Once upon a time, in a land not too far from here, there was a magical forest. The forest was unlike any other, for it was enchanted with spells and wonder. Trees sang songs, flowers glowed in the moonlight, and animals could talk. In this enchanted forest, there lived a small and brave little gnome named Gilly. Gilly had rosy cheeks, a pointy red hat, and a heart full of courage. He was only 3 apples tall, but he was as adventurous as a giant. One sunny morning, Gilly awoke from his cozy mushroom bed with a dream in his heart. He wanted to find the fabled crystal rose, a flower said to hold the power to heal any ailment, and bring happiness to anyone who held it. Many gnomes had tried to find it, but none had returned. Gilly knew he couldn't embark on this quest alone. He needed a friend. So, he put on his little boots and started walking through the forest, singing a jolly tune to attract potential companions. As Gilly journeyed deeper into the forest, he encountered a chattering squirrel named Squeaky. Squeaky had a soft brown coat and big, bright eyes. When he heard Gilly's song, he hopped over and asked, "What's this about a quest, dear gnome?" Gilly explained his quest to find the crystal rose and heal his ailing grandmother. Squeaky, with a kind heart, decided to join him. Together, they ventured deeper into the enchanted forest. Their adventure was filled with wonders and challenges. The trees whispered secrets of the crystal rose's location, and a wise old owl named Oliver gave them advice. Along the way, they met talking animals and encountered magical creatures like fairies and trolls. One day, as they crossed a shimmering brook, they encountered a mischievous pixie named Pippin. Pippin had a mischievous glint in his eyes and offered to help them find the crystal rose, but only if they could complete 3 tasks. The first task was to find the hidden river of silver. Gilly, Squeaky, and Pippin ventured through a maze of reeds and found the sparkling river, which led them to a glimmering pool with water, as clear as crystal. The second task was to outsmart a riddle-spouting sphinx. They had to answer her riddles correctly to proceed. With their combined wits, Gilly and Squeaky puzzled out the riddles one by one, and the sphinx allowed them to pass. The third task was to rescue a tiny, lost fairy named Flutter from a spider's web. Gilly, Squeaky, and Pippin worked together, and soon Flutter was free. She rewarded them with a magic amulet that would protect them on their journey. With the 3 tasks complete, Pippin guided them to a hidden glen deep within the forest. There, they found the crystal rose blooming in all its radiant glory. Gilly plucked it gently, his heart filled with joy. But as they left the glen, a fearsome troll blocked their path. He demanded the crystal rose, wanting its healing power for himself. Gilly, Squeaky, and Pippin knew they couldn't let the troll take the rose. Pippin used his pixie magic to create an illusion, making the troll believe they had handed over the rose. Meanwhile, Gilly and Squeaky tiptoed around the troll and continued their journey. When the illusion faded, the troll roared in anger but couldn't catch them. They made their way back to Gilly's home, where he placed the crystal rose next to his grandmother's bed. The room filled with a warm, healing light, and his grandmother's illness began to fade away. As days turned into weeks, Gilly, Squeaky, and Pippin continued to explore the enchanted forest, bringing back stories of their adventures to share with the other gnomes. They discovered that the true magic of the crystal rose was not only in its healing power, but in the love and friendship they had found on their journey. And so, the brave little gnome, the chattering squirrel, and the mischievous pixie lived happily ever after in the enchanted forest, where they were always ready for new adventures and new friends to meet.